Brandy here, Brandy Davison. I am a design team member with the Scrap Shotz team. I'm also one of the trio that makes up our happy little friends and sisters Scrapstorian blog and Instagram and YouTube. And today I'm here to walk you through, do a flip through of the traveler's notebook I did for the Pembrokeshire Coastal Path, which is a 186-mile walk around the coast of Wales. And I did that in 2008. I'm bringing this to you using the March kit from Scrap Shotz, which there are still loads of pieces available, and I'll throw some links in below on this as well. Even though we're already in April and I'm already playing and loving my April kit, which is full of Cocoa, Vanilla Studio, Happiness Collection, and a bunch of other goodies. But I did just finish this March piece, and I did want to do a flip through. I promised that last month when I did my unboxing, and so you'll see I finally just got there. There was a lot of product going on here, so and a lot of stuff going on. So this is the it's big. This is the project here. I did this walk, like I said, in 2008, and I have not yet scrapbooked it. I just had the pictures printed, and I'd print them a few times, sometimes in matte, sometimes in glossy, and I just kept them all, and I did journal every day while I was walking, so that was very easy, but the journals are falling apart, and there's no photos in there, and so I kind of took advantage to kind of redo that, if you will, in a proper way with Traveler's Notebook. So this is it here, and I did the Traveler's Notebook and the individual notebooks here. I honestly just went to Michael's. It's a Recollections brand, and I think you get 2 plus a pocket for like $10 within. It's just a fake leather kind of outside. But what is included inside and all the bits here is from the March, like I mentioned, the March Scrap Shotz kits, and it's all the Simple Stories Vintage Traveler, plus these gold letters, which are from American Crafts. So here we go. I think what I'm going to have to do, because of the sheer size of it, is actually pull these out just so I can lay them flat enough to show it to you on the video. So I'll do that now. Hopefully that's not too disruptive. It doesn't take too much time. So we'll start with this one. So each of the covers in the kit, an add-on kit, is these chipboard frames. So I just kind of cut them up so they look like a bit of a title page, and then use those gold letters for each. And then I also did like a little piece. Oh, I've got to put 4 there. A little bit on the back there, like you'd see on a book. I had quite a bit of like ephemera from the trip, but not too much. Some of it had already been glued down into that, so I pulled up most of it and just found a little spot for it. So it was August 4th here, and this is my first day at the start of the adventure. I used, and I'll just flip through this. For each day I did put like the day of walking. There was 22 days in total that it took in these great gold foil. I made sure to put where I walked to and from, the kilometers, the day, and then the date. And I use my date stamp a lot in here because, well, you can see my writing's pretty messy. And I did with the kit get the stickers. I got quite a bit of add-ons as well. I got die cuts, I got extra die cuts, I got lots of extra stickers and loads of paper. And I used nothing outside of my kit except for these traveler's notebooks. And in fact, I even for some of these photos that are backed with the lighter color, there are pieces pulled out of the extra pages out of the traveler's notebook. So that's easy enough. And my bracelet just broke. Fabulous. We're just going to keep on going. All right, here we go. So there we go. I'll flip through it. Some of these I started to pop up, and then I actually stopped about second book because I realized how big it was getting. So these, again, ephemera. They don't really match, but that's all right, right? They're ephemera, so it's fine. Go. So there's the day 2. And generally I don't like stickers that have like real images in them, but I don't know, for some reason it really worked in this one. There's like some binoculars and cameras and stuff in day 3. And I just transferred the journal writing that I had in my other journal into this one. So I didn't make up all this journaling. I literally just like copied across it. A few little interactive pieces there when I had some ephemera. That is right on the beach, built into the cliff. But anyway, very cool. Day 4. Okay. I tried to use the pen journaling on most pages in my stapler, and my date stamp is kind of the continuity between throughout the book. And then in this case I had a little bit more to say, so I actually put in an extra piece of paper using the washi tape from this collection. I love this washi tape. I killed the roll. It is done. There is actually very little. I think I have maybe 10 little bits of scrap paper, and maybe maybe 5 or 6 die cuts left from the whole thing. I went to town with this collection. I killed the kit. So here's the next book. So 2008. Now we're into Wales. So this is book 2 of 4. And again, just a little piece that was in there. So now we're on to day 5. And generally when I've done traveler's notebooks before, I've printed the pictures like smaller, like into 2x2s or 3x3s. And in this case, I had all of these printed and in a pile, some of them like duplicate, some of them not. So it took a while to sort through the photos. So I just embraced it. I wasn't going to reprint them again. My horrible blister. I love this one. Are we there yet? With the blister. So day 6. A little bit of interaction there. You can see here it's a bit wrecked because it was glued in, and I don't care. I kind of love it. I think it just brings that traveler's notebook aspect to it a little bit more. So there we go. Day 7, my wee little room. Pembroke Castle. When I was in 2008, I'm not sure if you all know, but selfies were not a thing yet. So, oh, sorry, I was doing selfies because I had no choice. But all of these photos of me are usually on my self-timer. I was doing the hike by myself. So yeah, so some of them are not the greatest photos, and of course, it, you know, was back in the days of not phone, it was an actual digital camera, and so you couldn't really check it out that much. So the different faces of me. 9, again, selfies. Timer, where you set the timer, and I was actually walking away. So kind of looks like there might have been someone with me, but nope, it was me. And it was awesome. Some extra notes. And then I found this little thing in my journal, and I swear that's my sister's drawing. I don't draw like that usually. I think that's her. So I peeled it off and put it in there because it's not mine, so it's somebody, so it must be my sister's. But so there we go, 2008 Wales. Go on to the third one here. Just pulling it out of the traveler's notebook. Okay, and now this one says, oops, I'll have to glue that down. It says Pembrokeshire, and again, I just cut another frame. So now we're 2008 Wales, Pembrokeshire. And now we're on to August 13th and day 10. So in some days you can tell I had a lot more to say than others. I did have only 4 days of nice weather in the whole, out of 22 days, 18 days of walking. No, 20 days of walking. So some days I really took a lot of photos, and other days I actually couldn't even take out my camera. It was raining that badly. Most days I showed up and I actually had water in my boots. So regardless of all the right proper gear. So that made it quite interesting, and this is the trailhead there, which is so cool. The other interesting fact about this walk too is I'm terrified of heights, and this was all along the cliffs along the coast, so oopsie. I powered through, but there was some tough days. So day 12, and I was trying to be a little bit sparse with the product I was using, because I only wanted to use the kit. I didn't want to augment it. I wanted to just keep it. So I got a little bit creative and leaving a little bit more white space around things. As I went through. And I think the favorite thing that came in the kit were these little phrase stickers. I love when those are included. So I had a little bit more to say. It was running out of room. So I had to add in this little interactive thing. And then that's a card from the youth hostel. And again, popping up, but I did stop popping things up because, well, that got to be a little bit too fat. And here's another piece where I've stuck the page in, and I've just used washi tape to do it. And I've just pulled out the extra. When I do a traveler's notebook, I open the book in the middle and I pull out about 5 to 10 pages, like double pages, because it gets too fat to kind of house it if you're going to put anything in but just your own handwriting. So then I use those to back photos, the pages that I pull out, and then they all match nicely. 17. Oh, I went sea kayaking. That was so much fun. That was my day off, and so I got right off my feet and got into a kayak. Probably put some string in those. That would look cool. Okay, and then just one more, and it is shorter. Again, that's the last of my frames there. And where's the middle? Here it is. Good. And then this one says Coastal Path, so the Pembrokeshire Coastal Path. So here we go. This is the second last day. My last 2 days were absolutely gorgeous. Had I shifted my walk by a week, it would have been way different. But the last few days were the toughest days, so I was glad for it because this would have just been a running river. So day 18, and I just tried to do like lots of little things wherever there was sky. So that's a die cut. Those are stickers, and that's the washi tape there. And I'm starting to run a little low on product, but still have lots of amazing stuff to embellish with. Day 19. There's seals down there is what those are pictures of. And the paper that came with the kit had great cut aparts. These 4x4 cut aparts, 2x3 cut aparts. It was really great. And that's me. That is the finish line. That's 186 miles on August 22nd. And I am quite proud of myself. And this is what I had basically left of the paper with scrap. So I made it into a bunch of strips to make a background. And then I've just put this clip on here, and you can see I've got quite a bit left of the book. I think what I'm going to do is actually print off the trail descriptions of the book. I have a book, but it's like too big to go in here. But I was thinking about printing those off by day, just like what the terrain was and all that to put in there to fill this out. So that would do it. So that is here. This is my 2008 Traveler's Notebook. And this is all the product used here, except for the actual notebooks themselves. And this cover is all from my Scrap Shotz March kit, the Simple Vintage Traveler by Simple Stories, and some other added pieces that Sandy had put in there. So just super fabulous, and just really want to emphasize that I did this walk in 2008. I've had those pictures printed since 2008, and sometimes it's just really fun. I always want to scrapbook the newest stuff, but sometimes it's fun to go back and do the older stuff and really kind of do that walk down memory lane. It's also nice seeing yourself look 10 years younger. No one's ever going to complain about that. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that flip through. Would love to hear your comments, and of course would love if you could subscribe to us. That would be fabulous. And I will link to the Scrap Shotz store. It's an online store here in Canada. There's products here left of the kit. They also do a monthly kit subscription, and then she's got loads of other product. It's just amazing, the inventory that they've got. So thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Have a good one.